Nissan Micra has become a familiar nameplate since launching in Europe in 1983, marking out the Japanese company's small supermini hatchback for 5 generations. It's an established rival to the Ford Fiesta, Renault Clio, Vauxhall Corsa and VW Polo. Latterly, it's lived in their shadow, and the latest version, launched in March 2017, aims to close the gap for driving quality, style and interior comfort. The good news is that Nissan's largely succeeded. The newcomer is light years ahead of its moribund predecessor in every department, as our Nissan Micra review demonstrates. A very modern supermini. It's worth noting that the Micra is replacing the Note Nymph 2, which may help explain its monobox silhouette, which apes that of a small people carrier and the Honda Jazz, it must be said. This is a good-looking car, with a rakish roofline and significantly larger dimensions than its predecessor. This means that room in the front is plentiful and 2 tall adults will be very comfortable in the first-row seats. However, that sloping roofline cramps rear headroom somewhat. It's fine for children, but grown-ups may struggle to be comfortable on longer journeys. The Micra has 5 doors only and will not be sold as a 3-door. Driving impressions as well as a modern, on-trend wardrobe. The latest Nissan Micra has made giant strides in the driving department. Where its Indian-built predecessor was designed as a cheap and cheerful global car, this one's been engineered for European tastes. Although a development of the previous 4th-generation models, the oily bits underneath now deliver. It's an accomplished small car to drive, with high comfort levels especially on the smaller wheels, decent performance and a fun joie de vivre that means you'll enjoy driving the Micra around town or on longer journeys. Choose from a pair of 3-cylinder petrol engines, a 0.9 turbo or 1.0-liter, and a 1.5-liter diesel 4-cylinder. The latter is unlikely to be a big seller in the UK, since diesel engines carry an inevitable cost premium that's hard to stomach at this low supermini price point. Verdict: the Nissan Micra has come of age. It's a small car we'd heartily recommend and should provide stylish, nonsense fun for those wanting a city runabout or versatile small car. Read the full Nissan Micra review to find out more. A choice of petrol and diesel engines. All models offer adequate performance. Our pick is the 0.9 turbo. The Nissan Micra comes with a choice of 2 petrol and 1 diesel engine at launch. In time, we expect a hybrid petrol engine to be added as additional engine options are introduced. For now, you can choose from a 0.9-liter 3-cylinder turbo engine, whose 90 horsepower makes light work of most acceleration with 0.62 miles per hour taking 12.1 seconds. Only if you encounter steep hills or regularly carry 4 passengers and luggage will you wish for extra thrust. It's impressively refined, lacking the characterfully loud triple-cylinder thrum you'll find in a VW Group equivalent. The sole other petrol engine is the non-turbocharged 1.0-liter developing 73 horsepower. We have not tried this version yet and no performance figures have been published, but expect it to be rather underpowered when tasked with the job of shifting a on-a-ton hatchback around. There is an admirably refined 1.5-liter diesel as well, but this is likely to be a niche player in the UK, where a higher price will hamper its attractiveness even if its 85 GkM CO2 rating and 80 miles per gallon plus economy appeals. On paper, its 11.9 seconds 0.62 miles per hour time makes it the fastest model of the range, and its fulsome pulling power means you change gear less often. A sweet shifting, unobtrusive 5-speed manual transmission is the only gearbox offered for now, but Nissan is developing a CVT automatic for those who prefer to have cog swapping done for them. A comfortable ride, decent steering feel, good in corners. Stick with 15 inches or 16 inches wheels for best comfort. The Nissan Micra is based on the heavily updated engineering platform of its predecessor, beefed up to improve ride and handling. It's worked. This is a small hatchback that you'll take pleasure driving, whether around town, where it's nippy and easy to thread through gaps in traffic, or on the open road. This is more than can be said of its predecessor, which emphasized cost-cutting over corner carving. Show the new Micra a series of bends and it's actually remarkably enjoyable to punt along. The steering helps here, it's responsive and agile, without being class leader. We'd still put the evergreen Ford Fiesta above the Micra for outright dynamic prowess, but the Japanese car no longer falls apart at the first corner. Bright, light cabin has cool ambience. Tailor the dashboard trim to your taste. Immersive Bose stereo option has stunning sound. This is one of the Micra's ace cards. The interior is fizzing with fabulous touches for a cheap, small car. There's a gently backlit tray pulsing with a disco mirror ball effect to hold your smartphone, for instance, and the beautifully designed round air vents operate with a well-engineered precision. It's a welcoming cabin, with bright, light colors, and Nissan's personalization program lets you choose 3 different decorative packs to tailor the color of the dashboard and door cards. Choose from blue, orange and red appliques. The view out is good, although you're always aware of the monobox shape, which pushes the windscreen pillars a long way forward and makes it feel like a baby MPV at times. Despite this, front visibility is excellent. All the minor controls work well and are logically laid out. The 7.0-inch touchscreen infotainment system on higher-spec models works effectively and responds quickly and easily to prods and swipes. Syncing with modern smartphones is essential. In higher grades add Apple CarPlay. Android Auto is under development, Nissan promises, although it was not available at launch in spring 2017. Great for front seat passengers, less so in the back. With poor headroom, ride quality decent. The front seats are of good quality for a competitively priced supermini, with sturdy support for your back and plenty of adjustment. The driver's seat on every model moves up and down, and the wheel adjusts every way. It's likely you'll easily find a comfy driving position before you set off. Just watch out for a huge blind spot over your shoulder, where that swooping roofline, kinked back windows and craftily hidden rear door handle conspire to rob you of visibility. Once on the move, the Nissan Micra produces a surprisingly smooth ride, soaking up the worst road bumps and lumps to protect you from Britain's less well-surfaced roads. It is an inherently comfortable small car. Choose from 5 trim levels. Vizia is starter grade, rising to top. Tegna Hill Start Assist, Trip Computer Standard. Entry-level Nissan Micras will be relatively stripped out. The Vizia grade comes with humble 15-inch steel wheels, a basic two-speaker stereo, Bluetooth phone connectivity, lane departure warning, automatic emergency braking, and not a lot else. Step up to Vizia Plus to add air conditioning and stop-start to save you fuel in traffic jams. If that seems a little stingy, ascend to add 16-inch alloy wheels, body-colored mirrors and handles, cruise control, Apple CarPlay, and the excellent 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system. At the top of the Nissan Micra Spectralight and Connect, adding front fog lamps, electro-folding door mirrors, privacy glass, automatic aircon, and a leather steering wheel, and the ultimate Tegna trim level. The top dog grade expands the alloy wheels to 17 inches in diameter, adds keyless entry, a rear-view parking camera, and the ear-popping Bose surround sound stereo. It feels like a surprisingly premium small car with a lot bundled in. Perhaps the hardest part of spec'ing your Micra is choosing the color, with 10 exterior paint choices, 3 interior color packs, and 4 exterior styling kits. Nissan claims there are 125 different color combinations to select. Highest Euro NCAP rating. Expected draft of electronic systems to keep you safe. 6 airbags standard across the range. Although the Nissan Micra has yet to be independently tested by Euro NCAP, we expect it to score highly. Every model has 6 airbags, ISOFIX attachments front and rear, electronic stability control, tire pressure monitoring system, and automatic headlamps. Nissan really has thrown the kitchen sink at its small car and safety equipment. It packs many features not normally seen in this class. Automatic emergency braking is standard, so the car will apply the anchors autonomously if it detects an impending impact. It was the first supermini in Europe to offer this life-saving feature. And all UK Micras also include lane-keeping functionality, traffic sign recognition, and the ability to flip your main beam headlamps up and down automatically, to avoid dazzling oncoming traffic. Clever stuff. Front seats are very roomy, rear bench is cramped, Especially headroom 300-liter boot, a decent size. The latest Nissan Micra enjoyed a significant growth spurt over its predecessor and reaps the benefits. The cabin is now jolly roomy, in the front at least, and there is an abundance of large cubbies and storage areas to house all the paraphernalia of life on the road. You do pay the penalty for that swooping roof line, however. It cramps rear headroom significantly. Children will be fine in the back seats, but adults are not as well accommodated as in many rivals, such as the roomy Skoda Fabia. The Micra's boot is a convenient 300 liters and will easily swallow the family shop or luggage for a weekend away. There's a large well underneath the luggage compartment which is big enough to take a full-size or emergency spare wheel. Although these are cost options, a can of spray gunk is standard.